Hello, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. So we are about to start. If you want to leave in the chat where you're from and from where you're watching us, we're so happy to have you all here. And we'll be glad to know from where is everybody watching us today. And also feel free to use the chat box and the Q&A box to ask Allyson all the questions that you may have during the presentation, so she's able to answer them as soon as possible. So moving forward, we are so happy to have you here today. So let's get started. Welcome. For the ones that haven't heard of us before, we are Real Estate IQ, and we have more than 500 webinars hosted, more than 12,000 registered attendees, and more than 100 keynote speakers. Let me tell you a little bit about us and who we are. We are a lead generation software and solutions company focused on helping real estate investors kickstart their business. So we strive to become the platform and resource to help them achieve their real estate dream. What do? We provide real estate solutions to make deals come true. We offer a suite of lead generation automation tools, educational content, and additional services to the real estate industry to help entrepreneurs kickstart and grow their business. So this is the streamline of our solutions and the products that we offer. We offer off-market leads to find the freshest data mine straight from the card houses daily on our data portal. We also offer events, re-education led by experts and training on our solutions. Keep tracing, get homeowners contact information effortlessly. CRM, perfect to track listings and marketing campaigns. Virtual assistants, virtual support for administrative tasks, customer service, and more. Fire, personalized financial checkups and consultancy. EVA, run real estate comps in seconds with our renewed evaluation CMA. CLM, we now provide custom off-market data mining all over 50 states. And last but not least, our membership. Tailored plans to meet every investor's needs. So today we bring you this golden lead to grow your business. This amazing pre-foreclosure, we offer you this amazing deal of the day. So we encourage you to sign up to get the full address, to submit your deal to advertise. So if you scan the QR code that appears on the screen, you will get all the information about it. So I really, really encourage you to don't miss this opportunity. And I also encourage you to join us in our newsletter so you can stay informed with Real Estate IQ's weekly newsletter, get market insights, chat updates, and event highlights, all you need for successful real estate investments. So by scanning the QR code, you will stay tuned with all of our news and all of our weekly webinars and in-person events. You can also request a consultation, a complimentary 30-minute in-depth one-on-one demo of Real Estate IQ's solutions with one of our experts. So we will walk you through everything you need to know. For more information, you can contact Bracenet at realestateIQ.co or scan the QR code that appears on the screen. And also by answering the poll that should appear on your screen, you will have access to that information as well, and someone from our customer success team will get in touch with you. So you can also follow us in our social media account. We are in Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And by scanning the QR codes that appear on the screen, you will have all the information about our social media accounts. And this is the Academy Learning Made Easy. Here you can find our best webinars and short courses so you can stream it at any time and from wherever you're based. You can log in to stream so you won't miss any of our exclusive webinars and learn more. And today we are offering you this special campaign, and you can participate in the weekly raffle draw. You can get a chance to win $50 of our customized lead mining. With more events attended, you increase your chance of winning. So at the end of the webinar, just by attending this webinar, you're participating of this weekly raffle draw. So thank you everybody for joining us. And I don't want to make it longer because everybody of you are here to attend this amazing webinar about embracing the future, how AI and ChatGPT are revolutionizing business. So thank you, Allyson, for joining us today. We're so happy to have you with us. And thank you for sharing your expertise once again. Thank you.
Well, I'm delighted to be here today, and I want to welcome everyone to the program. I'm actually coming to you live from my car, which you have to love, Valentina. I was teaching AI to a group in Little Rock, Arkansas today. And the reason I'm so excited about teaching AI is I believe the world is standing on a place of change. Now, when I say change, I believe that everything we do, everything we touch, everything we work on is going to be different tomorrow than it is today. So I'd love to have people hop into chat and tell me where you're from and what kind of real estate you work on. And then on a scale of 1 to 5, I'd like to know where you scale yourself on the use of ChatGPT and Claude and Perplexity. So if you'll let me know, where do you fall on that spectrum of 1 to 5? And Valentina, I'd love to know where you are too. Where do you fall into that? And let's see what people have to say. And I'm not sure. Oh, there. Okay, Donna's saying she's driving. But how familiar are you with ChatGPT? And I want to make sure the chat is open and able to be fed into. Some people may be driving or going home, but as we dive into this, ChatGPT has now been out since November of 2022. I started using it in February of 2023 by accident. And I see Danielle says use all of those every single day. I'm in Barcelona. I use ChatGPT daily. Well, what we're going to do in today's class is we're going to start off at the basics because I don't want to leave anyone behind. But I want to set the expectation that this is a 45-minute class. We'll be through before the hour. And we're going to go from a basic understanding, even for those of you that are using it a lot, into how can you go into absolute hyper mode using prompts that maybe you haven't heard of before, using tools that will build an entire website with one prompt. There are going to be so many things that we can talk about today, but I want us to talk initially about the foundational importance of understanding AI in real estate. I look at what you're doing and I understand. I was a stockbroker for 31 years. I know what it's like to be in sales. I understand how busy we all are. And I also know that in real estate, much like as I was when I was a financial advisor, that we have to constantly be prospecting. So as you're listening to this class, I hope that you'll write down some things that you do on a daily basis. What is it that you do on a daily basis? How do you focus? How do you work on things? Now, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the presentation. And so let's get started. When I begin this class, I want to start by asking you to imagine what your life would be like if you had a helpful assistant that was actually in the palm of your hand that you could use at any time, at anywhere, to accomplish anything that you want to accomplish. That's what ChatGPT is. It's something that can write emails. It can help you with all of your calendaring. It can create a to-do list. It can create project management pieces. So when you come to this in these kind of classes, you may be asking yourself, why should I be paying attention to what Allyson Lewis has to say about AI? I said I was with Morgan Stanley and Merrill Lynch for 31 years, but I'm also a time management expert. If you go to our website, the 7-Minute Life, you'll see that I was working on time management pieces because busy was killing me. I wanted to have some kind of systems to make life simpler and easier. And the reason that it's 7 minutes is that there are 24 hours in a day. And that breaks into 1,440 minutes. If I can encourage people to take just 1% of their day, 7 minutes in the morning, to think about what they want to accomplish, create a to-do list, and then 7 minutes in the evening to look backwards and to see what they did accomplish, then they can get more done. So productivity is key. When you plan out your day, you can be more productive. When you create a to-do list, you can be more productive. But I'm going to layer on top of that time management artificial intelligence. So there are two facets of what I want to talk about today. One is, as a real estate agent, you need to completely understand your vision. What do you want your business to look like? Who are you going to target? What is your unique value proposition? How hard are you going to work in the second half of this year? What is it that you're going to sell? What are the actions you're going to take? Because I believe that if we have all the time in the world, and even if we know all the AI in the world, if we're not working at our jobs with purpose and passion and clarity and excitement, then what difference does it make? So here are the two prongs we're going to go. We're going to talk about time management and how to overlay AI on top of that. Now, there's a problem that it comes to with getting left behind. JP Morgan has said that every new hire is going to have training on artificial intelligence. Every new hire. So I'm so glad that Real Estate IQ has me here, because how many people have actually had the depths of understanding the prompts and all of those pieces that you're going to see? Amazon says they're going to train 2 million people, but are they really training for you? Your goal is probably to make more money in the real estate industry. So how do we do that? I think we first have to recognize that AI is going to revolutionize everything. It's going to revolutionize how you prospect. It's going to revolutionize how you create pitch decks, how you sell, who you sell to. It's going to have a huge impact on Google. I think video is going to become much more important. Real estate is going to be impacted in many ways, but the number one thing that AI can do is help you improve your productivity and become more efficient. So at the bottom of this, I believe that by automating your repetitive tasks, like replying to emails, writing social media posts, writing blog posts, by optimizing your workflows. A lot of people don't have a daily workflow. How can we help you create that? And by creating intelligent insights of what you're doing and what's working, AI is going to boost everything about your productivity. It's going to free up your time, and it's going to allow you to focus on bigger and better things. So this is what you're going through today. This is the handout. And Valentina, if you'll remind me, I will send the handout that we're going to go to you to send out to the attendees. But my mission is to make artificial intelligence accessible to everyone. My goal is to help people grow, innovate, and reach their full potential. And I think Valentina has me on here because the real estate industry is part of our target market. All right, so let's dive in to the nuts and bolts of all this. We already know that people are struggling. There's a lack of understanding. It's hard to understand which tools you need. It's hard to know where to find the time to learn all these things. And we do feel like we're falling away from it. So I've already made promises that these are all of the things it can do. So now let's dive in to what we're going to accomplish today. So I'm going to switch over to this. This is the presentation or the handout that I'll be sending you. The 7-minute AI is 7 minutes, because I believe if you'll take 7 minutes a day to up the ante on your skills, it can make a huge difference. Now, when we look at all of these pieces, these are some of the things that I hear people are using it for. Drafting emails, writing social media posts, updating LinkedIn profiles. I had a friend whose mother passed away, and you'll see here that you can even write sympathy cards with it. She used it by saying, my mother passed away. This is a friend that she knew that played bridge with her. Can you help me write a sympathy card? So there'd be so many things that we can teach you how to do. So here's our, look, this is, oh, come on, don't lock up on me. Well, that's interesting. Well, we'll just dive in. Let's see if I can't make this blow up. I'll just make this bigger. So what we're going to be covering today is an introduction to the basics. We're going to talk about how to prompt, which is the most important thing. I'm going to show you several crazy simple ways to save money. We're going to talk specifically about how to grow your business. And then I'm going to share some shocking applications that just are mind-boggling. So let's go ahead and jump into ChatGPT. If you have your phone, I want you to follow along with me, but you should be able to see my screen. So Valentina, I want to make sure everyone can see my screen on ChatGPT 4.0.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, so when you're looking at this, this is the entire interface. You can close and open your chat. This is where you go to a new chat. And many of you may be on the free plan. So I'm going to start with the free plan and I'm going to move up. ChatGPT 3.5 is completely free. I'm then going to show you the advanced model, ChatGPT 4.0. I'm going to show you some of the ways that you can create a clone of yourself. How can you make it right in the voice of what you do? This is a private GPT that I created for the 7-minute life. I'm also going to show you some high-level problem-solving prompts, and we are going to dive in. So one of the most important things about ChatGPT is understanding that it is simply, again, this is the very first 10 minutes are going to be on the basics, is that when you ask GPT a question, it's going to give you an answer. So here's a question. What is the best way to sell a new construction? I'm going to turn off my video for just a second. A new construction home. Create a marketing plan for my newest listing. So when you're looking at ChatGPT, again, I'm going to go into the free version, 3.5. You ask a question, which is called a prompt, and it's going to give you an answer. And I think what people are interested in knowing is, well, how does all this work? Okay, Allyson, you've asked a question. How is it coming up with this information? Where is it coming from? And how do I know what to do with it? So let's back all the way up and come back to the very basics. I'm going to be drawing with my mouse. When you take information into ChatGPT and ask a question, what is something or how does it work? You're actually asking it to a large language model. And the best way I know how to explain it is like this. If you were to have a bucket of knowledge that every single item that had ever been written on the internet, ChatGPT is this repository or a bucket of knowledge. I'm going to try to draw a bucket. So think of this as a bucket. Let's say that when books first came out, books were knowledge. Then it went into the websites, and we had all kinds of interaction from the websites. Then it went to Google, and Google had all of this knowledge. Well, you could ask Google questions, but Google couldn't answer you. ChatGPT can. So all that ChatGPT is a repository of every single bit of information that has ever been published on the internet. And when you ask a question, like write an email to my mom with the recipe of the world's best chocolate chip cookies, it'll give you an answer. When you say, just like I showed you, my goal is to create a marketing plan, how can you help me? It will answer you. But where is that information coming from? So I want to give you the basics, and then we're going to dive into how you can use it to make money. Assume that this is the bucket that we just talked about, information. ChatGPT gathered its information from every web page that has ever been written, every blog post, every forum, every piece of news that's come through your news feed. The ChatGPT knowledge base has included every scientific research report, every Wikipedia article, all of the books that have ever been published online, all of the YouTube videos. If you're wondering where ChatGPT gets its information, it's getting it from anything that's been put online and scraped off. So the question becomes, when you ask ChatGPT a question, where is it getting the answer? And it's getting it from a best guess. So if I come in and I say, create a marketing plan, there is no information that's going to help me know where that information is coming from. So when I went here and said, help me create a marketing plan, this information is just very generic. Take professional photography, create a compelling listing description, utilize online listing platforms. So that's okay, but how can we make this better? That's where this image comes in. What I want you to think is that if you can ask better questions, you'll get better answers. So what do I mean by that? When you're asking a question of ChatGPT, it is called a prompt. So this is where you ask your question. You're prompting it to give you information. If you ask a simple prompt, the actual technology behind it does not know what you're really looking for. So let me walk you through the 6 steps that I teach people to get better results out of ChatGPT. The very first thing that you want to ask is, what is the main objective that you want ChatGPT to address? So if you're asking a question, are you asking that to generate an email response? Do you want it to analyze competitor data? Are you wanting to create a training course? Are you wanting to market your real estate business? So what's the main objective? The second piece is, when you ask ChatGPT to deliver an advice to you, you want it to deliver advice from someone that knows what you're talking about. So let's say that I'm a financial advisor and I want to grow my business. Then I want to ask ChatGPT to act as a financial advisor, mentor, and coach. If you're asking ChatGPT to help you with a social media post, you want to ask ChatGPT to act like a digital marketing specialist. If you want to learn something, you want it to act like a teacher. So let's take a look at this right now. When I come back, I'm going to go to a new prompt, and I'm going to say again, actually, I'm going to go into the newer one because it's a little bit better. 4.0 is $20 a month for unlimited texting. I'm going to say my goal, and this is how you'll learn to use ChatGPT to make money. My goal is to create the best marketing plan to grow my real estate business by 20% in the next 12 months. If I do that, I'm going to copy this. This is what is called a zero-shot prompt. You're just asking the world. In other words, while that's generating, you are asking this. My goal is to generate 20% higher revenue for real estate. I'm not asking it anything. If I want to have a better answer, I should ask it to become, wow, that's pretty crazy. I should ask it to do more than just give me this generic marketing, which none of this is bad, actually. Creating a marketing plan, here's the implementation plan, that's fine. But what I want to do is not just ask a random question. I want to come back in and say, act as the number one real estate agent in the country. So what's happening when I ask it to act as the number one real estate agent in the country? What it's doing is, instead of asking the wildness of the internet, it's coming in and saying, okay, I want you to act as the number one real estate in the country, agent in the country. It's now, instead of going out to books and transcripts about anything, when you ask it to act as, it's now narrowing in on what information it's going to take up. So it's not going to ask a fitness health professional about how to grow your business plan. It's not going to ask a nutritionist. It's going to come in and ask the exact data that you're looking for. So let's assume that you're a real estate coach. Now I'm asking better data. Further, let's assume that that person that we're asking has skills in marketing real estate properties. Further, let's ask that that person has real estate expertise in new construction. And further, let's say that they have social media skills and that they're in your hometown. And now all of a sudden, you're able to create a marketing plan that is what we call fine-tuned. So by going through these steps of saying, my main objective is this, but I want you to act as, we'll add these other pieces in a moment. I don't want to ask anything or anyone. I want you to answer me from this conversation. I want you to answer me as though I had the number one real estate agent in the country sitting right next to me. So I want you to act as the number one real estate agent in the country. Further, I want you to act as an expert in marketing with a specialty in new construction. Focusing in Florida. So what I've done is I've taken this broad swath. Let me turn my video back on for a second. What I've done is I've taken this broad question, and instead of just saying, hey, go create a marketing plan, I've said, I want you to think of ChatGPT as a helpful assistant. Think of ChatGPT as a coach. Think of ChatGPT, whenever you say artificial intelligence, think of it as a second brain. And think of it as a brain that has every bit of knowledge. It knows everything about real estate. It knows everything about closing contracts, about prospecting. It knows everything. And so instead of asking random questions, let's fine tune those questions and let's see if our answer is different. I want you to act as the number one real estate agent in the country, because if I were being coached, that's who I would want to coach me. I want you to have expertise in marketing. I want you to specialize in new construction, and I want you to focus in Florida. Now, my guess is we'll get a much better answer to grow our business because I'm asking a much better question. So I'm going to let this run. And so now, instead of having what is called a zero-shot prompt, we have a meta, M-E-T-A, a meta prompt that is very specific to the market that I'm in. So I'm asking it for, wow, this is much better. I'm asking it for much better information if I were a real estate agent in new construction in Florida. So I want to go back and remind you of what it did before when I said, my goal is to create a marketing plan. It didn't know my target audience. It really didn't even know my competitors. You know, it kind of knew goals. There was no unique selling proposition because I hadn't told it anything. It gave me random information here, random information. So now let's compare this with what the fine-tuned question did. Create a highly effective marketing plan to grow my business by 20% over the next 12 months with a focus on new construction in Florida. Requires leveraging expert strategies in both real estate and marketing. Here's a comprehensive plan. And now look at the difference. Demographics focus on families, retirees, and investors looking for new construction homes in Florida. Psychographics understand the lifestyle preferences, financial readiness, and buying motivations of your target audience, which is here. You should already be able to see the difference in the quality that we're getting. Competitive analysis, and I'll show you how to do this. Look at your top competitors. If you had to do that manually or with Google, it would be hard. Here, with the $20 paid version, I'll be able to do that very quickly. Identify gaps. Well, I'm not sure I know how to do that, but I know that all of the knowledge in this bucket does. Local trends, that's fine. Now it's coming into branding, and it's saying develop a strong, unique selling proposition. One of the things that I want you to take away from this is that this is still just giving us information. What ChatGPT will do is it will actually take action on all of this for us as we go through. It's telling you to create consistent branding, ensure your branding reflects luxury, trust, and professionalism. It's saying that you should optimize your website for search engine. So I think you can see that this is much better, higher quality information. Send newsletters, Google Ads, all of that. Let's see if it gave us a plan. Month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, month 6. So just by adding that one additional layer of a goal and a role. The next piece that if you want to make a better prompt, you want to give it better information. So in the context, when you ask a question, because the next question is going to be create my digital marketing strategy, because I want you to see how that functions. I want to find out how that functions. And yes, I can see how you can transcribe. So Lisa, please keep putting questions in. I will come back to those. When we ask more specific questions, we want more specific answers. So we've asked the main objective of to create a marketing plan. How should it act? It needs to act as a real estate agent. What essential information? I'm going to switch to the next question, which is create my digital marketing plan. So what essential information is it going to need? It's going to need to know that target market, which was already created. Are there any guidelines? Well, if you're going to write these social media posts, I want to keep them short, and I want all the research that ChatGPT does to be within the last 12 months. The output, I want it to be output as a social media post. And the tone that you want to write in, you want to tell ChatGPT, I want it to be technical, formal, informal, professional, or friendly. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come back in, and I'm going to see if this is finished locking up. I don't know why that doesn't want to let me back in. Okay. Whoop. All right, so here's the prompt. Whoop. So here's the prompt that I'm going to end up using. Please, I need your help with the digital marketing. Please act as a digital marketer considering the following context. Form out the answer. So this is what we're doing. Again, I'm happy to send this to you. So I'm back. I'm going to say my goal is for you to write my social media. I'm going to turn my video off so it doesn't shake. My social media content calendar. Calendar. Oh, would you rather me do? Okay, let's say yes. I'll make tweets. Calendar for the next 2 weeks. Assume you are an expert in social media, especially LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter. You are, spelling doesn't matter, but you are an expert. The context that I want to give it is context, social media post, constraints, short and informative, tone. I'm going to say professional because I'm not sure. New construction, professional and friendly. And then I'm going to give it the final, write the calendar and write 2 posts for each platform per week. And so now I've given it a very specific piece of information. It's going out and thinking, hopefully. Oops. It's acting like it doesn't want to go. I'm going to resend it. Now, don't go down, ChatGPT. There we go. Social media calendar now is being generated. Not only the social media being generated, but it's also going to write the text for it. So I think what makes ChatGPT a little bit different is that not only can it it can write emails, it can do all of these things, but it can actually create and execute these things. And I think that that's what Danielle was asking is, can it actually take it to the next level? So week number 1, it said, hey, this is a LinkedIn post. Are you curious about the latest trends in new construction in Florida? Our latest blog post breaks down the 5 trends transforming the market. Check it out here, link, and it does all of that. And it tells you the infographic summarizing the next trends. On Thursday, exciting news. We have an exclusive access to a new construction. It's a must-see. Contact us for a private tour. And you can see that these aren't bad posts. Just for fun, I'm going to have it write this blog post because anything that you want it to do, it can do for you, right? The blog post. And then we'll move into some of the other pieces. Now, what I want you to think about as it's creating these pieces is that it already knows you're a real estate agent. It already knows that your market is new construction. It already knows that you want to sell to a specific market. I didn't even tell it to tailor this blog post to new construction, but look what it does. It automatically knew it was new construction. It says it's evolving. So what this does, I'll go ahead and open my video back up for a second. What this is doing is it's taking information that if you tried to Google, hey, Google, how can I write a great business plan and marketing plan for my business and new construction, it would send you to blog post. It would send you somewhere that would give you 10 ideas. But what this does is it goes out into the entire internet. It gathers all of the information, that synthesizes that information. It gives you back the best results. But then, because it's a conversation, you can ask it to execute the tasks for you. So I've just shown you that. I'm going to just show you a couple of things it can do, and then I'm going to go into the very specifics of how can we use some of these things to help. All right, so let's look at this one first. And we had that question just a second ago, is what can it physically do for me? And so here are some of the physical things that it can do for you. And if any of you want me to choose some of these, let me know, and I'll be happy to do it. So this is a cheat sheet that I created, because one of the things that people want to do all the time is they say, I'm a small real estate agent. Can you audit my website? Can you write copy for my website? The answer is yes. It can actually rebuild a website in minutes. Can you review and optimize keywords? Write blog posts, obviously write text for flyers. It can also do any kind of data analysis that you want. It can read spreadsheets. It can teach things. It can graph. It can write job descriptions. It can help train you on certain pieces. It can create open houses for you. Basically, the sky is the limit. If you can ask it, it can do it for you. So let's go ahead and show you how you can extract text from a YouTube video or any kind of transcript. I'm going to go to my YouTube channel, and I'd love for you to subscribe. I'm going to turn this video off while I'm typing. My YouTube channel, YouTube, the 7-Minute Life. And let's see. I'm going to grab the first one. Let's see. This is 46 minutes. What happens if you don't really want to watch Time Management Skills 101, how to make the most of your day, but you want to just get the highlights? I think this is what you're asking. I'm going to open that video. Look, I'm going to copy this link. And you'll need to write this down. I'm going to open a new piece. I'm going to go to YouTube transcript. You could do this in a lot of different ways, but this is what I like to do. YouTube transcript. I'm going to paste that transcript here. I'm going to hit go, copy entire transcript, and then I'm going to put it into ChatGPT. I'm going to get a new chat, because it depends on if you just want to extract. If you're just wanting to extract text without it being in a good format, and I think this is what you're asking, you can do that with almost anything, but can you see that this information is not formatted well? You can certainly summarize it, which it should be doing down here. Wow, that is a long transcript. Okay. So now it is editing those pieces. Sneaker museum, what in the world? Building an online sneaker resume. That's kind of interesting. So I'm going to put into chat. this. Let's see if you can take this. So this is one of the very first things. Oh, come on. Oh, it's only letting me send it to host and panelists. If you can send that out to everyone, that would be great. What I'm doing is I am finding a professional transcriptionist. Remember, if you're doing something, you want to be able to ask the expert to do it for you. So as I download these pieces, the question was, can ChatGPT transcribe a webinar to get it in writing? Yes, it can transcribe it, but even if you transcribe something, it's just random words that don't make a lot of sense. So I'm giving it a prompt, telling it that after you've downloaded it, which is what I've done here, clean it up for me. So I'm asking ChatGPT, you are a professional transcriptionist, you have perfect spelling, punctuation, and you know how to format transcripts correctly. I will paste a text in for you to correct, which is what I've just done, a YouTube video. You will add appropriate capital letters, periods, commas, apostrophes, and question marks where necessary, other punctuation where needed, but you will not make any other edits. And that's very important to the text. You will not change any words. You will keep typing until the entire text is punctuated. Here is the text. I'm just going to say, please see transcript or video transcript above. And it should now, if it doesn't, I'll copy it again. So now it is going through and taking what was just a random transcript and it's making it into a document that you can actually read. So does that help? It's doing more than just transcribing it. It's actually transcribing it and making it as a transcriptionist where you can read it. Now, let's go. I'm going to go ahead and stop that. I'm going to stop that. Let's go to a couple of other things. You were asking also about, can it post other pieces? And the answer is yes, but I want to take you to a couple of other, close that. Let me close this. I want to take you to a couple of other places so that you can see different types of AI. ChatGPT is really excellent at doing certain things. So I'm going to ask it, what? Create a table. Let me go to a new chat. Create a table of 10 ways ChatGPT can help me grow my business. And so it's going to create a table with 10 ways. Customer support, content creation, market research, personalized marketing, training and onboarding, lead generation, sales support, project management, financial analysis. Great. What are the benefits of using ChatGPT to help me with these rather than Claude, Gemini, or Perplexity? And those are the other that I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to try to wrap up. So see, this is giving me information that I don't really care about. That's the difference. Okay, so I don't care about that. Let me just go to Claude. I'd like you to go to CLAUDE.ai. Claude is a professional writer. So if I say create a blog post or I'm just going to say write a white paper. Write a white paper on new construction in Florida. When you're wanting to write something to give to someone else, writing a white paper, Claude is very professional. Can you see how it's different? Without any additional prompting, Claude is what you will use if you're trying to do research, if you're trying to create something that is very helpful. The next one that I would like you to look at is Perplexity. Perplexity. Perplexity is yet another type of software that will help you do competitive analysis. Who are the top real estate companies in Florida that sell new construction? List the top 10 with sources with links to their URLs. URLs, create a table. So what makes all of these different things different, and what my promise was, is that I would help you grow your business by showing you tools that it can do. A lot of people are familiar with ChatGPT. They know it can create a marketing plan. They know it can do the social media post. But a lot of people don't know about Claude, where Claude can come in and write a white paper, write a pitch deck, review legal documents, which we'll look at. And Perplexity is sourced and goes out into the internet. And it not only gives you the information that you're looking for with live internet data, but it also gives you the source of where it is pulling the information from. So if you remember that in this instance, you were asking a random place and you had no idea, with Perplexity, you can actually get the sourced information of where it's coming from. So it's very helpful. And so Poe is saying, yes, it can give you a lot of different, and Poe is good. I see that, Danielle. All right, so I'm going to give you a couple of final things here. I'm going to go back to ChatGPT. I'm going to have it go. Actually, let's use Gemini. Let's see if Gemini will do it better. Well, okay, so I'm going to say review. I'm just going to put in real estate IQ. Tell me about this company. And let's see if it can find it. I may need to give it a little bit more information. It's thinking. Come on, you can do it. My internet may be a little bit slow. Well, okay, let's go this direction. Real estate IQ. There we go. So here's what I want to kind of wrap up with. When you're using AI, I want you to think of it as your helpful assistant. Now it's finding it. So let's say that you have anything that you want to do. I'm going to just say provide 10 ways this company can help me grow my business. So, and the reason I'm doing this, first of all, thanks to Real Estate IQ for helping with this. But when you're using ChatGPT, use it in whatever way you can to help you answer questions quickly and fast and to the point. So we've got 5 minutes left. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. But with ChatGPT, for me, the main thing that I'm most interested in using is being able to use the tools that can help me. So being able to give it much better prompts so that it knows the goal, what I want it to find, and how I can make it understand what I'm asking. I want it to be able to use individual prompts where I don't have to do a lot of work. I want it to understand that ChatGPT is a basic, how can you help me? That's what it does best. I use it all the time for things like check this for spelling and grammar. And I also, like I said, Valentina, I'll send this information to you because you want shortcuts. If you're working on anything, you want to make sure that people are giving you the correct act as to help you find all of the pieces that you're looking for. So these are the ways that it can help you act as a time management specialist, a blog writer, a customer service rep, a business operation, a goal setting, a fitness coach. The last piece of this is that I would encourage you when you're using any kind of prompts on any of these platforms, tell me more about that. Allow yourself to go deeper into it. What's that? Why is that the case? What do you mean by that? Can you expand on that idea? Give me another example. So I hope some of this information has been helpful. You'll have the opportunity to go through all of the pieces that we're giving. Here's some ways that you can use it to increase revenue growth, to target ideal clients. I just want to make sure that you have access to the pieces that you're looking for. So if you will, go ahead and put in anything that you'd like into ChatGPT. Lisa, I see, can ChatGPT do skip tracing to find numbers of sellers? I'm not sure if it can do that. I would think that that's something more specific. I don't even know what skip tracing is. So I'm not sure if that's something it can do or not. But it can certainly answer any kind of questions. So we'll just ask it if it can do that. So can chat, let me get a new chat. I'm about to find out at the same time you are. Can Chat GPT do skip tracing to find phone numbers of sellers? We're about to find out. Okay, so I guess the answer is no. We did have a question just a second ago if it could actually send out the emails, and that answer is yes as well. If you go to YouTube, let me stop sharing my screen for a minute. YouTube, there's another step that I would encourage all of you to learn, and Valentina, this may be something we want to do in the future. I'm going to put this in, and if you have questions, please let me know. History. Okay. I'm going to put this into chat. Whoop. Share my screen. I'll share just a couple of other pieces. Zoom. Okay, so remember I said that you can generate an entire website with one click. That software is called Relume, RELUMEAI. So RE, and I can't put that in. For some reason, I'm not able to chat with everyone. But Lisa, let me take you to my website, and then I do want you to see Relume. I launched this yesterday, the 7-minute AI. So Lisa, if you want to reach me, and I'll show you that I use Reloom to do this. If you're a real estate agent and you want to grow your business, you don't have time to do a full reboot on your website. Reloom, and I'm not involved with them at all. I paid $38 day before yesterday, and I was able to build out the entire 7-minute AI platform. So this is our website. So Lisa, let me see if that'll open for you. 7-minute AI. And the way you would reach me is click schedule a call. And I would love to talk to you. So let's see if that actually works. That was a pretty easy question to answer. But when it comes to AI, we are now doing things that I believe nobody is. This is a very basic class, but I just taught a 5-hour class for people. And I think what's going to make us different is we're not going to use jargon. We're not going to use crazy stuff, but we are going to help people do basic and advanced information for them. We're going to take them step by step through the process. So this is what I'm doing. So all of you that are on the call, if you want to look at how can you use AI, how can you grow your business using this, there's a whole new world out there. And our next classes, let's see, for some reason this page wasn't loading earlier. Oh, not loading still. Let me put that up here. You can see that we built this yesterday, courses. So can everyone see that under courses? I will upload that again. It's got a bad link going to it. These are our training and courses. We have advanced team training, downloadable resources, and all of those kind of things. So lots of pieces going on. Let's just take a final look at Reloom, and then we will end this. Whoop. When you're using ChatGPT, there are hundreds of tools. And one of the things that we're bringing to the table is that ChatGPT is what drives Reloom. If you have a website that you're trying to build, there's no need to build it yourself. Reloom for, let's see if I can't find the pricing. Here's the pricing for it. $32 starter pack. You can build advanced sites, all these things. You can try it for free for 7 days, $32. And let me just show you what it will do. And then we will get off the call. But I am so excited to have been here. It's hard to do one class on ChatGPT because there's so many things. But this is the same thing. It's built on a prompt. My goal is to build a real estate website. Get rid of this. Real estate website. My company specializes in new construction in Florida. Now, my question is, when you see this begin to generate, what would you, and this isn't my software, but what would you, oh, hang on, get rid of one line. Get rid of this, delete, untitled project. Anyway, what it's going to do, well, I do want it to go to dashboard. Delete this one. Oh. Delete. I want you to see it in action, and then we can call it a day. Go back to Reloom Site Builder. Build a real estate company with a specialty in new construction homes in Florida. And let's say go. And instantly, it is now generating a site map for the entire site. It's creating a home page. It's creating the About Us and the contact page. And then all I have to do, get this bar out of the way, is go to wireframe. It's building out these pages. Can you see that building right in front of you? And it's actually putting the text into them. So I'm now going to go, let's see which page this is. This is the About Us page. I'm going to click Generate Page. It's going to start generating the text for the page. This is not just the layout, it's the layout and the text for $32. So what we're doing at the 7-Minute Life AI is, even though we're not creating these pieces of software, we're helping people understand that they can use them. And so when we talk about being able to truly help people with AI, part of the problem is they don't know where to look. So it's more than just prompting people. Within seconds, and I paid $32, it's built out here's a subdomain kind of thing for homeowners and new construction in Florida. And all you would have, and I mean, this is, let's see if that'll blow up. This is actually the real text. It is already SEO optimized, and all you have to do is plop it in. And so I hope today was helpful for you. I mean, this even is crazy to me. The future is just beginning. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to turn my video on. And so, Lisa, you've been able to say, where can you reach us? There's our website. Danielle, where are the sites Reloom builds hosted? I'm using Reloom simply to create the wireframe. If you look at their website, you go through Figma and it's web. There's another step in there and it'll give you all the information. But that's where AI is making the difference. I found out about Reloom about 4 days ago, and I built my entire website using the wireframes. I then had to actually load it into a WordPress site and make it live. But the amount of time it saved me is just crazy. So I hope all of this has been helpful. I've loved it. I'd love for all of you to reach out to me. I don't believe there are a lot of people that are able to teach real estate agents how to sell more with less time and utilize AI. Something like less than 10% of people over 50 have even used ChatGPT. So I know a lot of realtors out there over 50. You can be those few people. So Valentina, I'm going to put it back to you. I love what y'all are doing, and I hope it was digestible and easy to understand. Valentina, I'm going to give the floor back to you.
Thank you very much, Allyson. It was an amazing presentation. I'm gonna share you the RSVP list afterwards so you can have access to all the people that attended this webinar. And thank you everybody for joining us today. Thank you, Allyson, especially for sharing your expertise with us. I hope you have everybody a wonderful day, and we expect you in future webinars, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. Have a good one. Thank you. Bye-bye.